All right, yo, it's the kid, it's the kid. Hello for the Sunday hangout. Hopefully, the Sunday hangout will be slightly a bit much more sensible than the one yesterday when a few crazy things was said, man. But obviously, if with FG here and his Christina agenda, what the hell can we say? So FG, relax, man. You don't need to. You don't just mute your mic. You don't need to unmute, man. Just keep your mic muted. Thank you. We have to start first with those jokers called Arsenal, man. I really want to, but we might as well have to. So let me come to Ahmed first here. Were you surprised by how easily Man City dealt with Arsenal and how pathetic and toothless Arsenal were?
To be honest, I wasn't very surprised. I mean, City coming off the loss to United, we know how good City can be on their day. That's no like we know they've been poor in performances, but this is Arsenal they're playing against. Arsenal have shown nothing under Freddie. They haven't really shown much.
Well,
So I think it was
they
expected.
beat West Ham and they drew a standard Liège.
But when Jose Mourinho beat West Ham in his first game, no people weren't talking about it that much because it's West Ham. Same thing applies. West Ham is West Ham this season. What are they? Very close to the bottom, right? They're 15th, if I'm not mistaken, in the Premier League. That's not a big deal beating West Ham. And so Freddie doesn't show much. I was surprised that City started to let off because in the first half they were all over them, and they got the 3 Gs, and I guess that was just enough for them. But I think City could have definitely gotten more. And we saw that save from Leno to deny the KDB hat trick. I'm sure a lot of people have gone crazy in your chat with the KDB hat trick. And I'm sure they will. I mean, KDB put up a a masterclass performance, like one of the best performances. And I know what you're gonna say. He hasn't done in a World Cup semi or a World Cup final.
No, chill. We'll get to De Bruyne. Chill. We'll get to De Bruyne.
That's a step forward. And I think City showed what they have to do, being the back-to-back champions. I still think they're not going to win this Premier League at this point. I mean, in fact, if I was Pep Guardiola, I wouldn't really focus on it. Like before every Champions League game, knockout game, I would rest my squad. I'd play a B team. I mean, it's not really. It's just a formality that they have to play these games.
Okay. FG, were you surprised by how easily Arsenal were beaten by Man City?
No, I was more surprised that people gave Arsenal a chance after winning their first game in their last 10 games. I think we finally have to stop talking about Arsenal as a football club. It's irrelevant. They're a waste of time. Most of their fans. If any Arsenal fans, if any of you are watching, stop watching football. I feel so bad.
Wait, why not? Wait. Why can't you guys have loyal in their team? Stay loyal.
I don't know if loyalty means being miserable for the rest of your life, because that's what you're doing, Arsenal fans.
Good times will come. Good times will come.
No, there is no hope for this club. There is no hope. When your owners don't want to spend money and your team can't buy the best players, you'll never find success. It's that simple.
So why don't you believe that maybe in the future somehow Arsenal will be able to find success in the future?
I mean, like I said, man, it's the owners. If you don't have a good owner, you won't be able to compete with the best of the other teams.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Look, let's right over to De Bruyne here. Let me just give my key take on De Bruyne. De Bruyne is a really talented player, inferior to Eden Hazard, but he's a very talented player. Actually, wait, I think Abdullah is here. Okay, Abdullah, because you didn't speak because you dropped out. Were you surprised by how easy Arsenal were beaten by Man City? Abdullah, were you surprised by how easily Arsenal were beaten by Man City? Okay, his mic isn't working. Okay, so I want to go to De Bruyne right now. So De Bruyne is a quality player, quality player. How much praise should we give to a player performing against the bricks? How much praise should we give to a guy having a masterclass against a manager who is completely and totally clueless? Isn't it very short-sighted that we should be playing De Bruyne, this superb, amazing player, when the degree of difficulty ends that time? Great players perform against a high degree of difficulty. That's what they do. So my thing about De Bruyne is that no, it doesn't take away that it's an amazing performance. It's not an amazing performance, but we have to put it in its right context. And we have to say, as good as the performance is, it's not enough for us to be like, oh wow, man, he's not solely the great. No. So Ahmed, how would you how much praise do you think De Bruyne deserves for his performance against a weak team like Arsenal?
I think it deserves, some type of praise, and we have to acknowledge the fact that, he played well, he's got the brace, and also the fact that now we know that we can hold him accountable in big games because we know he can do it. It's not about a question of whether he can; it's a question if he does it in the big moments. So I think this is going to be used if he doesn't show up in a.
So do you believe he can show up in a big game? Yes or no? Do you believe he can show up in a big game?
Can he? Yeah. I mean, it's obvious. If you do it in any game, you can do it. But the question is, will he? That's the question. And we'll have to see in the future, when we get closer to those big games, how it's going to be.
Okay. Let me bring in Red here. So Red, let me give you two questions here. So first off, were you surprised by how easily Arsenal were beaten by Man City? And how much praise should we give to De Bruyne for his performance against a bunch of bricks?
Surprised? No, actually. I've expected Arsenal they've never, ever screwed up in a big game. And in recent memory, I'm trying to remember, guys, when was the last time Arsenal beat any of the top 6 sides? Like, especially against City. I've never even seen them beat City at Etihad. Not in recent memory. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought it was going to be like a 7-0 game. So, like, I actually...
Yeah, no. It looked like that. I think City chilled out.
I think they actually just felt bad for Arsenal because it could have been way, way, way worse. Like, I zoned out after the second goal. I knew that Arsenal were going to come back. They don't have the mentality for that. So that's to answer your first question. So surprised? No, this is expected from Arsenal nowadays. That club has no ambition, unfortunately. Great club, great history, but no ambition going forward. So that sucks. But as for De Bruyne, HH, you know my opinion on De Bruyne. I'm not big on De Bruyne. I'm not sold on him.
Ooh, okay, no, wait. Expand, because I don't want people to just hate me. I also want people to...
No, please. I remember I get a lot of hate for this.
On Twitter as well, so troll him.
Red on Twitter, you come at me because look, let's be honest. Like last time De Bruyne was in a Champions League semi, he got stripped down by Modric and sent home spanked. That's the truth. That's the truth. De Bruyne also has a lot of times where he just goes underrated. Like where was he against United when they lost? Your team needs you right now. Every game in the league right now is a big game for City. There is no small games. If they want to catch up to Liverpool, every game is a big game. So where was he against United? Tell me. Nobody know. He was gone. He was anonymous. He always goes anonymous too. Like we always forget about it because these kind of players, the thing is they'll ghost for 3, 4, 5 months. Nobody will say a thing. But when they show up with one good game and they score 2 goals against Arsenal, all of a sudden he's back and he's the best in the world. And he's where?
It's Arsenal. No, because Red, my thing about this is that I'm not taking anything away. A good performance is a good performance, but it has to be in the right context. A good performance against Arsenal isn't the same as a good performance against Juventus or a good performance against Atletico Madrid. Because Arsenal are trash compared to those clubs.
And the thing is, like, I'm hearing some outrageous takes. Like people are saying, like, "Oh, De Bruyne has been the best midfielder this past decade. He's better than Iniesta, or he's better than Xavi, or better than Modric, or better than." I don't know how you guys can actually possibly say these things. Like, maybe it's because like we're reactionary and we see him perform right now. We're like, okay, nobody can be better. But like even then, like if you remember, like what Xavi Iniesta dominated world football for better half of a decade. Modric and Toni Kroos have been also dominating football. Each one went to World Cup final with their countries. One of them won it. They've won Champions Leagues. One did it with multiple teams. They've been like it's in the if you look at their overall stats, forward passes, dribbles, finishing, goals, they have it all just as much as De Bruyne does. But for some reason, he gets all this hype around him, and I don't know why. Like he's never done it with Belgium, really. Even in that Brazil game, people always credit him. He had that one goal, which was good, but Lukaku had a much better game, and nobody gives him credit against France.
Wait. My thing is this. This is what I ask people. I obviously want to bring FG in here. So my thing about this is, I'll come to FG. Has De Bruyne ever performed in a Champions League final, Champions League semi, World Cup final, World Cup semi, European Championship final, European Championship. Has he ever?
No.
FG. How much praise should we give to the De Bruyne based on his performance against Arsenal?
He's the best midfielder in the world currently. And I'll say this. First of all, he's not getting praise. Look, I'll say this. I'll make it simple. He's not getting praised because he's playing well against Arsenal. He's getting this praise because he's been doing this consistently for the past 4 years. Since 2015, his season with Wolfsburg, up until now, he's had a world-class season every season. Apart from the season he was injured for the whole season with City. You can't discredit that. And big games, he always 9 times out of 10, he always shows up in big games. He showed up against Bayern Munich, Pep's Bayern team, one of the best teams in the world back then. He showed up against Liverpool before. He showed up against Man United before. Like, just because he didn't show up, you can't expect a player to perform in every big game. There's always going to be time when they have a small bad game or something. And internationally, look, De Bruyne was great. He was Belgium's best player in the 2014 World Cup. That's for sure. 2016 Euros, I thought he was good. 2018, I thought he was good. He wasn't their best player in 2018 World Cup, but he was still good. So I don't understand the criticism for De Bruyne. And in fact, he's been City's best player this season, even though they're not even competing for the title. Like that just shows you how good he is. Like the fact that his team is not even playing that great.
Look, season, man, the guy, he's a small-time player, man. He don't just name me a big game he's appeared in. Name me
they can't. You guys can only mention the games.
One more thing. You're talking about the Man City, De Bruyne's performance against Real Madrid in 2016 Champions League semis. Don't forget, that was City's first and only time they ever made it to the Champions League semifinals.
And they scored 0 goals. And they got knocked out.
Doesn't matter. That team did not belong in the Champions League semis. And they beat PSG, who, my opinion, that was PSG's best ever season under the new era.
But if you're going to give him credit for the Wolfsburg season, why won't you criticize him for the season right after that, where he's supposed to build upon that season?
Yeah, and
he only gets. That's what I said. People praise him when he does well, but when he ghosts for months, nobody mentions him. There are certain players that football Twitter or football fans in general just like to coddle. They don't like to criticize these players. They can ghost for as long as they want to, and they won't. But Lukaku can score a goal and miss another chance, and everyone will go on Lukaku and spend the whole day just making fun of him and naming him.
My thing about it is that
Lukaku is shit.
No, wait. But my thing about it is that and I think Red makes a very good point. If Man City make the semi-final and De Bruyne doesn't show up in both legs, then nobody will say anything. People will just be quiet until he scores a hat-trick against Doncaster United.
And you don't have to score HH. You don't have to score like 2017 final in the Champions League final. Modric didn't score, but he was the best player on that pitch. He was doing everything. The way he's progressing the ball forward, the way he presses back, he was doing everything on that pitch. Right? Like, of course, I'm not gonna criticize De Bruyne for not scoring more or not assisting more. It's not about the numbers. It's about the overall performance. Against United, he was poor. You missed 3 vital points in a title race where your arch rivals are ahead of you by a landslide. They're embarrassing you right now. They're doing to you what you did 2 years ago.
What title race, man? Dude, this is the thing.
Exactly. There's no title race because they're not showing up.
Bro, you just came back with City. One season with 98 points, the other season with 100 points. And the fact is his teammates are not performing at the highest level. And it's okay because there's no way you can win 3 titles in a row, 3 EPL titles in a row. Unless you're Ferguson, but
no. Basically, people in the live chat are talking about why do I have this view of Hazard compared to De Bruyne.
Oh, and by the way,
wait, easy. Actually, let me land, man. Let me land.
By the way, no. Double H has a tweet on Twitter that says De Bruyne is better than Hazard. Go on Twitter and check that out. I have it saved on my camera.
I did do that.
If you want to find it out, follow me, Football God 26.
Actually, I was hacked.
I'll expose
it.
Don't follow this
right now. Don't follow FP. Don't follow this loser. I was hacked. Basically, what I was gonna say. People talking about Hazard and everything, guys. At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, Hazard will always be better than De Bruyne. He always will be. De Bruyne simply doesn't have the same skill set or footballing ability that Hazard has. Hazard is a far better dribbler, has far better technique, far better ball control that De Bruyne could ever hope for. So you guys in live chats, say all this crap you ever want. You know I'm right. You're just saying this because you want to be anti-HH. Hazard will always be better than De Bruyne. De Bruyne wishes he had half the skill that Hazard had. And Hazard delivered a European crown. And Hazard showed up in a major European final. Where has De Bruyne even stepped to a major European final? No, he has not. Thank you. Now, let's move on to our next topic since we've now dealt with that.
Hey, you have not talked to me.
Oh, Abdullahi, your mic is working, baby. Your mic is working.
Yeah.
So, Abdullahi, first question is this: were you surprised by how easily Arsenal got destroyed by Man City? Were you surprised or you were not surprised?
I was not surprised. My Lord in heaven. My Lord in heaven. I was not. I was expecting. What do you call circumcision? Is it 10-0, 9-0?
Yeah, no. Reincarnation is 10, bro.
Reincarnation, I was expecting 10.
Wow.
My God.
Relax, man. Come on, 10 at Emirates. Relax.
My God in heaven. That defense. Oh my God. I even thought Chelsea defense was worse. My God. I have a siblings. I have nephews in Arsenal. I even thought Chelsea defense was the worst defense in the PL. My God. Arsenal defense is much worse than Chelsea. My God. Much worse than Chelsea. For me, I don't think Freddie is not the right man there. For me, there was only one manager that I think can put that team together. It's not Allegri. It's Mikel Arteta. That is the man that can put us together because he knows that club very, very well. That is the man that can put us because Arteta knows that club very well. He knows how to handle big players very well. He has worked under Guardiola for how many years? For 3 seasons. He knows how Guardiola's work. He knows Arsenal in and out. So for me, I believe he's the right man for the job. Even if they bring a Pochettino, it's gonna struggle with the defense. Allegri, same thing. Ancelotti, same thing with the defense. Because will Arsenal spend money on defense? No, I doubt it. They won't spend 70, 80 million, 90 million on a defender. It's not possible because Arsenal doesn't want to play defensive football. They want to play attacking. So if you want to play attacking, you have to sacrifice something. Do you sacrifice your defense or your midfield? You have to sacrifice something. So they can't play it. So they rather go for someone of a low caliber, someone that can handle or someone because they won't go for someone that high caliber. They know I can handle this person. Wait.
What about I want to hear you holding your thing on the Bruyne. How do you rate De Bruyne? Is he world class? Is he as good as Hazard? How good is he, or is he slightly overrated?
KDB for me. KDB has been showing for Man City a lot. He has been showing just because of the injuries he has been having. That's what is drawing him back. For me, I wouldn't say KDB is better than Hazard now. No, I wouldn't say that because Hazard has been an individual player for Chelsea for 7-8 years. He's been carrying Chelsea. If you want to beat Man City now, you can't hold on KDB. You have to hold on KDB. Sterling, because it's not KDB that is holding that team. Sterling is also holding that team. So if Sterling doesn't play well, you hold KDB. So I won't rate KDB ahead of Hazard. No, Hazard is for me. I will rate Hazard ahead, far better ahead than KDB. But I will give kudos to KDB, man. Okay. He's been there. All right. I will give him.
So let's bring in Real Madrid against Valencia now. There's so many things I want to say. I mean, obviously, it's in the post-match, but I want us to bring this into this discussion. So let's talk. I mean, I want to bring Red into this now. So, Red, I want a very simple question. Since you're the Real Madrid fan, you obviously have greater insight into this than I do. Can you tell me one good reason why Zidane played Isco as a wide attacking player against Valencia?
To be honest with you, it's we're pretty much he needed to because we were short on fullbacks. Marcelo's injured. Fernando Mendy got the red card, so he just wanted to put more support on the fullbacks. So we'd always have 2 men on the wings. So Zidane his hand was forced. It wasn't obviously Isco's best position to be played in. It was a very rough match. Like we have to remember, this is a Mestalla. Madrid only have 1 win in the last 5. There, yeah, like it's this is usually the stadium where our title race ends. And to be honest with you, going forward, the fact that we were able to nick a draw in the last minute, which was massive, by the way, Karim Benzema, incredible. Like, it really answered his critics. People who say he can't score for his top opposition. The fact that we go into El Clasico now tied on points with Barcelona, it would have been much better if we won, but that's a big improvement. Like, so overall, I really wish Zidane didn't play Isco on the wing. I wish he really went down and played our own style football. But again, because I was hoping that he would put Carvajal on the left as left back like he did previously this year, Militao right back, and just play with Ramos and Varane in defense. And I think that would have been a solid unit. And then we play our same with a diamond midfield and 2 up front.
So wait, Red, let me ask real quick because Sergio, one of the moderators, Sergio said that Isco apparently had freedom to roam.
Yeah. No,
wait. No, but easy. So if Isco had a free role, then who occupies the left wing spot then?
Well, he's defensively, because if you look at Zidane's tactics, he always shifts to a 4-4-2 whenever we're dispossessed. So he to a 4-4-2, so that way, we always have two people on the wings, and then you'll have the midfield sort of covered, and you get to press back, and then he allows Benzema to sort of press back into that false 9 role. But when you're progressing forward, Isco does have that freedom to roam and carry the ball forward and find those spaces where he can find that final pass. The only issue is like I said, when we're playing a team like Valencia, especially away at the Mestalla, it's a tough game, and especially because Isco hasn't really been getting the game time. We have to remember last year, for the most of it, he didn't play. This year, he's still regaining his form. We really needed Casemiro, I felt, in the midfield, because had Casemiro played in the midfield, Isco would have had much more ability to go forward, and he wouldn't have to do the defensive work. And the only reason we couldn't play Casemiro is because he's one yellow away from being banned from playing El Clasico.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of people don't know this, but Casemiro has arguably been our top 3 best players between him.
Oh yeah, no. He's almost been like playing the central midfield role.
Yep. And by the way, aside from this match, besides this match, he's only missed 30 minutes of play since the start of the season in all competitions. 30 minutes of play. So that's how vital Casemiro has been to Zidane's Real Madrid side. So without him, again, our team looked a bit more frail. Like the goal that we conceded, I don't think we would have conceded that had Casemiro had played, because Casemiro would have been behind Varane in that position where he would have been the one pressing on the ball, and Varane wouldn't have to stretch himself back and he get humiliated by that goal. But overall, like I can't criticize Zidane much, because he this is all he had to work with. Like a lot of his players were either injured or.
Okay, so you still believe that Zidane tactically is that dude?
100%. You could see.
Wow.
If you look at Madrid's side from last year to this year, you can't tell me you guys can't see Zidane's impact. In La Liga, no other team has more goal scorers than Real Madrid. We have 16 total goal scorers in our team, people who have scored in matches. Zidane gets the best out of all his players. Aside from that, defensively speaking, we're the best defensive side in La Liga currently. Because we've conceded less goals than Barcelona. Barcelona scored 10 more goals than us, and they only have a +2 goal difference more than us, even though they've scored 10 more. That's how much we're better than them defensively. Overall, rotation-wise, he's gotten the best out of Modric. Modric, who was finished last season, couldn't do anything. This season has 5 goals, 6 assists under Zidane. Cruz has 6 goals under Zidane. Benzema scoring. You know that Benzema, no player in Europe has more headers than Benzema in Europe, and he's the 3rd top scorer, 4th after.
Benzema, he's been trying, man.
All of them. Zidane has really. I think he's more than a man manager. I think people are going to have to, with this current run that he's having with Real Madrid, people are going to start giving him more and more credit, and he's showing it. Like I've started giving more credit, because like a lot of the players that he got right now are brand new players coming to the league. The only criticism I have of Zidane is his treatment of Jovic. I really wish that he could find a way to put Jovic in the squad, but part of me also thinks that maybe Jovic is just not ready for Real Madrid. Maybe he does need a loan move, but that's the only reason I have.
No, I'll come. Let's just get some of the guys. So Ahmed, Real Madrid Valencia game. So were you? Did you expect more from Real Madrid, or do you think it was a fair result based on their record against Valencia at the Mestalla?
I mean, let's not forget Valencia not only topped their UCL group containing semis minimum FC.
No, Ahmed, stop right there. First of all, Ajax are a hype team. First thing. Second thing, Chelsea had a transfer ban. Third thing, Lille are trash. So them topping their thing in group makes.
And Valencia sacked their coach. But okay, continuing on with this game. I mean, Real Madrid. This is Mestalla. Valencia are undefeated at home this season in La Liga. Let's not forget that. And with players like Parejo, because I've been watching Valencia more and more week in, week out. With players like Parejo and Torres on the attack, like that, they've been very strong. And it's an away game. We don't have Casemiro. I mean, it looked like a draw from the beginning. To be like when I first started watching the game, the first 15 minutes, it seemed like it would shape out to be a draw, especially when Valencia started getting into the game. So personally, I'm not too disappointed with a draw. Like that's not a disappointing result against Valencia away from home in the Mestalla, and probably the second toughest stadium to go to in La Liga besides Camp Nou. So I don't think we can fault Real Madrid that much, especially there's no Hazard, no Marcelo, no Mendy, no Rodriguez to come off the bench, no Casemiro, the yellow card issue. So we can't fault Zidane or the squad too much for drawing to a very strong Valencia side who have been in perfect form after the comeback against Levante and the victory over Ajax in the Champions League.
Okay. FG. Did you expect more from Real Madrid and Zidane against Valencia? And is Zidane still the right man tactically for Real Madrid? Don't mention Cristiano in this answer. Thank you.
Look, I was not expecting anything from Madrid this game. I knew they were going to drop one. I don't know if it was going to be a draw or a loss. Because let's be honest, man, that front line from Madrid there's no goal scorer in that team. I mean, Benzema scores in key.
What about Benzema?
Benzema scores, but you can't do this. You can't rely Benzema solely on for like a league campaign or a Champions League campaign. That's not going to get you
more goals than Ronaldo.
Less trophies than Ronaldo too.
More goals than Ronaldo.
Okay, don't mention Christina. I'm begging you, just please.
Yeah, and look, man, I don't think Madrid overall. I don't think Madrid are gonna win La Liga this season because this was the game. If they really wanted to show us why they're gonna win La Liga, they had to win this game. They could have gotten a leapfrog over Barca, but they're tied on points. Come El Clasico with that front line, they're not gonna score. At best, they'll score one goal, but they'll take like 5 goals back. So, yeah, I think on Wednesday, Madrid's La Liga season is gonna be over, and the Champions League season is going to be over soon too. So, and Zidane, I think, Zidane is a great in-game management. His substitutions, they're always spot on. Tactically, he's always shown he can beat the best managers and the best team. Against Atletico in Champions League, Juventus in the Champions League finals, Bayern Munich, against Heinkes. Look, he's always shown he can out-manage the best managers and the best teams.
Also against Valverde in the Super Cup over 2 legs, he bested Valverde.
I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is.
Okay. Abdullah Kiban, do you think Zidane is still the right man for Real Madrid? Did you expect more from him against Valencia?
Well, for me, Zidane is the right man. He's still 100% is the right manager. 100% is the right manager.
100%. Wait, why 100%?
He's the right manager.
He hates Mourinho, bro.
No. Zidane is the right manager for them. Mourinho's work is poor, so Zidane is the right manager. He's the right man to take them forward. He's the right man to take them. You just need the backing for Florentino Perez. Whatever player you need, give it to him. Zidane is the right manager 100%. So no even argument about that. We can't argue about that.
So you don't believe that Cristiano was a major factor? Cristiano and the younger Modric were 2 major factors in delivering those 3 CLs. You still actually believe in his managerial qualities?
Cristiano was not only the one who won the Champions League for Real Madrid. He wasn't the only one. It was a collective team. Because Zidane management also was also the key also for them winning the Champions League. We just shout Cristiano. Cristiano Ronaldo was not the key. It was part of the key of winning Champions League, but it wasn't the key. If it was not collective team, they would not win the Champions League. If it was not Zidane tactical effort with Juventus, with Atletico Madrid, they won't win the matches. Those matches they won't win it.
Okay.
By the way, I strongly believe Zidane went to Africa and studied black magic and all that crap. There's some of the times he gets lucky with these injuries against opposition teams. So he's definitely using witchcraft.
He's a horseman, man. He's a horseman. Okay, look,
I second FG on that.
So Wednesday, El Clasico, and look, well, it's all set up. Both teams are square. Both teams are square. Both teams are on the same amount of points. But here's the thing: I still believe Barcelona will win this game. So I'll just reiterate what I said on Saturday, and this was confirmed when I saw them against Valencia. Now, one thing that is true, and I'm not sure whether this is right. Zidane has never lost at the new camp with Real Madrid. Is this
never
true?
0? Yep, 0.
If you look at the last 5 years, Madrid do better at new camp and Barca do better at the Bernabeu.
Yep.
Okay. So that's interesting. So, but look, even with that being said, I still don't believe that Real Madrid will win the game. So if we're looking by past experience, which I think is true because even this Barcelona side are much worse than years prior. This looks like if it's going to be like a 1-1 draw. I just think that without Hazard, without Marcelo, the attacking options that Real Madrid will have are not enough for them to outscore Barcelona. And I think for Barcelona, even if obviously we don't know all roads lead through with Messi and so forth, they still haven't looked great at the Camp Nou. They've had some pretty good games at the Camp Nou, but they still haven't looked great. Homeboys drew with Slavia Prague. But this has 1-1 written all over it. Like a pretty close-ish game. Maybe Barcelona get the first goal, and then Real Madrid come and hit back, maybe through Benzema again. I see it's really being like a 1-0. So let me come first to FG here. How do you see this game going, man, between Real Madrid and Valencia? Sorry, Real Madrid and Barcelona. El Clasico.
I'm seeing a Barca win. I can't see Madrid beating them or getting a point.
Why not?
I don't even think they can, because they're not.
What about his role? Okay, what about Zidane's record at the Camp Nou? He's never lost.
Look, man, all good things come to an end. So this is the chance. And look, man, I just can't see them scoring against them. I just can't see them scoring.
Benzema's on fire.
That's one player, though.
And PK is trash. Benzema's on fire. PK is trash.
And well, I mean, the other team's got Suarez and Messi. So it levels it out, man. I just think Barca are going to win, man. Mentally, they're superior to.
But why? So do you think Barca will win just based off Messi, or do you think they'll win because Real Madrid just aren't good enough?
I don't think Madrid are good enough. They'll have the possession on that. They'll keep the possession, but with those possessions, they're not going to create any real chances. Like today, they had like 60% possession. They couldn't do anything with it because they have no threat going forward.
Okay. Abdullahi, El Clasico. Who takes El Clasico on Wednesday? Real Madrid or Barcelona? Can Benzema ride it?
I'm giving it to Real Madrid. Karim Benzema.
Wow. So you think he'll score a brace or just one G?
Benzema. I'm seeing Benzema scoring a brace. My prediction for the match is it's gonna be tight, but I'm seeing the 3-2. Benzema scoring 2 and Rodrigo scoring.
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, by the way, Hazard faked an injury. He's ducking the smoke.
No, Hazard is injured.
Why do people hate a guy who's top 5 in the world?
This is coming from the same guy. This is coming from the same guy.
Wait, easy. No. Barcelona got spared. If Zad played in this game, he'd have a masterclass. If Zad played in this game, easy 3-1, 2 assists to 1G.
The same masterclass where Willian outshone him against Barcelona
the hell
last
up.
year.
You talk so much, man. Ahmed, how do you see this El Clasico going on Wednesday?
I think it's going to be a draw, 3-3, and I have a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, Barcelona, their weakest thing is their defense, and their strongest thing is their attack. We've seen how strong Real Madrid's defense is, but it can still be got. So with Griezmann, Suarez, and Messi, if they link up well, against the Real Madrid, they're going to score. If Benzema and Rodrigo play well against that trash defense, they're going to score. That's the first thing that I have.
Wait. Are you sold on Rodrigo turning up in such a high-profile game? He was trashed against
Valencia, we have to give them credit for the way they played. Barcelona can't play that. The defensive stability Valencia had today, Barca can't do. That's a simple fact. And it was one off game. I think in the big moment against Barca, he's going to show up. Secondly, I had a vision. In this vision, I saw 3-3. So I'm going has to be 3-3.
Yo, knowing this channel, visions never come true, man.
I I have a feeling. Maybe it was the pills, but I'm telling you, 3-3.
Okay, so wait, before I come to Red, let me just hit the super chat right now, man. So super chat here from Name No. Thank you for the super chat, Name No. Thank you very much. It says Barcelona undefeated at home in La Liga only. Well, records are there to be broken, and like as I said again, they've been trashed away from home. They've been pretty good at home, but I do feel that as strong as they have been at home, that whole Zidane's record does mean something. I'm not big on past records or on what you've done in the past. A new day is a new day. So what you did 4 years ago means crap to me. But I don't. So basically, Barcelona being undefeated at home means nothing. Zidane having never lost there means nothing, because Barcelona could most definitely very win. But I just think taking everything into account, where Barcelona are right now, where Real are right now, I do see this being still a 1-1 draw. Red.
Yeah, I think Madrid are gonna win 2-1.
Whoa.
Yeah. It could be 2-1 either way. It could either be 2-1 Barca or 2-1 Madrid. The only way Barca win is if Messi is on it. That's it. Overall, Madrid have the better team, easily. Better midfield and better defense. That's it. Attack is the only thing Barca have on Madrid, just because their front line is just too strong. Suarez, Griezmann, and Messi, each of them can change a game on their own, on their own. So that's the only thing that, as a Madrid fan, I'm scared of. But midfield, I'm not really too worried. Maybe Vidal, but I don't see Valverde start going with Vidal from the get-go. I think he's going to sub him on.
If Valverde is smart, if he's smart, you have to start with a Vidal to get some meat in midfield.
Yeah, like Vidal gives the energy to that.
If he can suppress the supply chain from Cruz and Casemiro, and really break down the midfield and an attack, I think that is where your boys and Barca will pretty much have a huge stranglehold on the game.
See, that's the thing, is like somebody like Vidal who can really press the midfield, get the ball back, get it forward quick, because he does have the passing attributes to really get that, to pull that off. Get it to any one of Suarez, Messi, or Griezmann, they should be good. So yeah, I think that's if Barca were to win, I think that's how they would go about it, is really quick transitions and just really taking advantage of Madrid's slow defending on the counters. Whereas for Madrid, if they just go in, like if we have Hazard, I would have said easily 2-1. We would win that game, because I think with Hazard, Marcelo, or Hazard, Mendy, Benzema on the left.
No. Zad would cut back to people.
Like literally,
Zad would show up Messi.
He has everything.
Zad would overshadow Messi in that game. That would be the Passover.
See, he has everything that could really beat Barca. He has the pace on the counter. So because Barca, aside from their fullbacks, there's no pace in that team. And he has also the dribbling attributes also to really get past his marker. So I think if we have Hazard, I hope FG is right and he faked his injury just so we could save him till El Clasico. That would be incredible. But I doubt that. Going with the Brazilians, I think they Vinicius could damage Barca.
No. Red. Vinicius is trash.
We just need to get to the final third. Once we get to the final third, cross the ball, get it into the box, cause them trouble. You can nick a goal or two. That's the key with him. He still doesn't have like the professionalism of Hazard, where Hazard knows he knows 2 steps ahead what he's gonna do. He's always ahead. He knows where he wants to do, what he's trying to pull off. He has that vision in his mind. Vinicius still doesn't have that. He's still young. He's still gaining experience. So as long as he can get us to the final third, because he can dribble. Vinicius can dribble. He is quick. He just doesn't have that final ball in him just yet. So if we can get him just to progress the ball forward and relying on Benzema and Rodrigo's finishing, plus the fact that Madrid has goal scorers in their whole squad, anybody from the squad, Casemiro could turn up with a goal, Cruz could turn up with a goal, Modric could turn up with a goal. Any of these are all regular goal scorer for Madrid. This isn't the first time. Zidane did the same thing in his 3-peat team, where everybody was scoring for Madrid. Ramos scores. Varane scored just 2 games ago. So with that being said, I trust the team to turn up with at least 2 goals and to be able to keep Barca down to 1 goal. So I it could go either way, but I don't know. I kind of favorite Madrid 2-1.
Okay. All right, let's do it right now. It's the big one. So let me just remind people, there's going to be a meal. It's going to be a meal on Monday. We're going to have a meal. I'm thinking of having ice cream, but that might be too much having it in the morning. But we're going to have a meal during the live draw. It's going to be massive. I am begging you, and guys, this is very, very serious. Please bring a meal and a drink. I don't care whether you'll be at work or the office. We need to enjoy this. We need to savor these moments. We need to have a meal, a drink, and it's a celebration. This is a celebration. That's very key. This is a celebration that we're going to be having on a Monday. So,
wait, are you doing an hangout on the Champions League? Are you doing an hangout?
Okay, but look. Basically, this is the thing. So Monday the draw happens.
Oh, we do on Wednesday, yeah.
Then 7 p.m. that is football dugout show. Then Monday I also have to record Talking Tactics. So on Talking Tactics, shout out to your boy Omeyokol if you're in here. That's where we will record it. So it's going to be pretty difficult to do a Hangout. But if I do, I will try and tweet it out. Then I may be able to do one like around maybe 11 p.m. Maybe, but most likely it will have to probably be like on Tuesday. So we'll probably have we'll probably just push it till Tuesday and do like maybe have an open reaction, give an opening for everyone for Tuesday because it's a special thing. Tuesday, I may just make that an open Hangout. Let's just react to the Champions draw. So I would likely have Liverpool, Real Madrid. I think that would be cool. But I had a vision. And my vision was I think we're getting Bayern Real Madrid. I think we're getting Bayern Real Madrid. I believe that's what's going to happen. I think that's going to unroll. Also, look, man, shout out to my boy Omoyo Cole in the thingy. That's Daniel. So look, Talking Tactics drops every flipping Tuesday, I believe, and that's a podcast every Tuesday. Thank you, Omoyo Cole. Shameless promotes it on all that crap. Chelsea can take anyone. I don't care. Bring on PSG. Bring on. I don't care. Bring on Barcelona. Bring them on.
Cristiano is coming.
Actually, I would. Do you know what? Do you know what would please me so greatly? If Chelsea got Juventus and they knocked out Juventus in the last 16, I would be so happy. That would please me so greatly to look at that guy's smug face if we don't knock him out. Shout out to John Uroni for your donation, man. Thank you, bro. All right. Let's come first to Abdullahi. Gatlog, that's Gatlog. Relax. Don't be rude there. So Abdullahi, why is there a flipping click, man? What fixture do you want to see in this next round? What's the fixture that you would like to see in this Champions draw?
To be sincere with you, man, I won't lie to you. Like, I've been depressed a lot because of Chelsea form is not been impressive to me at all. I don't know what's going on with the boys. I don't know. We've been like,
he's a rookie, man.
We've lost four matches in a row out of 5 matches. What the hell is going on?
He keeps playing mounts, man.
I know. That's because for me, if you want to play 4-2-3-1, you have to let Ruben Loftus-Cheek come back first before you play 4-2-3-1 because he can play as number 10. So I think for me, the best formation you should use is 4-3-3. Jorginho, Kovacic, and N'Golo Conte. That's the 3 you should use because those 3 we can win matches. We see it winning matches. I don't know why. He love Mason Mount. I know, but you can't play Mason Mount in number 10. Play him as a midfield.
No. Chill, Paul. What draw do you want to see in this Champions League, man?
I've been saying it before the Hangout. I've been shouting it. I don't want Barcelona. I don't want PSG.
Why not?
Camp Nou. Do you know our record in Camp Nou? Do you know the record in Camp Nou? Do you know we have record in Camp Nou? Man, my God. I don't want to face Messi in Camp Nou.
Plus, that fixture is overdone, man. So many times we've seen
if Chelsea go to Camp Nou, we're going to get lubricated Double H. Messi is in form. If he's in form of his life, my God. So,
what fixture do you want to see? Just talk to me. What is the fixture?
The fixture I want to see is Mauricio Sarri versus Frank Lampard, Juventus versus Chelsea.
Okay, all right. Okay. Before I come to FG, let me just hit this super chats real quick. From Anthony Mackin, thank you for your £2 super chats. He says, "Is Arsenal in relegation free fall? If they keep Ljungberg, yes, they are. Simple as that. If they keep that clown Frederick, they will be fighting relegation. Ljungberg is the worst manager in the Premier League currently." And from Omar Suarez, thank you for your $2 super chat, Mr. Omar Suarez. Funny joke when Pogba compared to KDB. When KDB wins a World Cup, call me. Thank you. So, FG, what fixture do you want to see in the Champions League next round?
Man, let's just go with the biggest one. Real Madrid, Juventus. I just want to see that shit happen right now.
No. What? That can happen. Okay.
Cristiano coming back, ending Madrid's fucking reign like that. Like, whoever loses that game is gonna get so much backlash. Legacies on the line, credentials are on the line if that match happens in round of 16. Can you imagine if Madrid goes back-to-back exits in the round of 16 without Cristiano, and Cristiano knocks them out? It's oh my
But,
god, that would be
but,
beautiful.
but then what about the flip side? What if Real Madrid knock out Juventus?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that happens, Cristiano's legacy hits a downfall. Like this is everything's on the stake.
No, no, no,
If
it'll be
this
over.
can
No.
happen.
If Real Madrid without Cristiano knock out Cristiano in that thing, I think he should retire personally. That's just me, because I think that would be too embarrassing for him to carry on his career. But okay, Juve, Real Madrid. Ahmed, what fixture do you want to see in the Champions League next round?
Can I say something brief about the group stage first?
Go for it.
Okay. I received a lot of abuse, all right, back in August for two things, all right. First, this is when a lot of people said, that Inter wouldn't make it out of the group. We have some Inter lovers in here. Back then, we're saying Inter would make it out. I said they wouldn't. And then the one I got a lot of abuse, even you did, HH. I said Valencia win their group and Chelsea finish second. And a lot of people said Ajax were going to win it and all that. But Valencia ended up winning the group, like I said. Everyone hated on Valencia for whatever reason, because it's popular to hate on La Liga teams.
No, but Valencia winning the group, it's not real. It was look, it was fake, man. Come on.
The receipts are there. The receipts are there. So
I don't count it, man. I don't count it.
Okay, continuing on with this. As a Real Madrid fan, I want to see Madrid Leverkusen, because I don't want to play any of these big teams, But from a neutral perspective, for once I'd agree.
Leverkusen are not through, man. It's Atletico and Juve that went through.
No, I mean not I mean Leipzig.
Oh, okay.
Leipzig. My bad.
Oh, do you think Madrid can beat Leipzig?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay, so no.
Bro, their manager's 32 years old.
Play Leipzig. Go play Leipzig with what Timo Werner is doing. Go play Leipzig, man. What should you want to see?
Didn't believe in Timo Werner anyway.
Timo Werner stopped playing a game because the stadium noise was too loud. I mean, and people are supposed to be scared of that guy.
Well, anyway, from a neutral perspective, I'd have to agree with FG. Juve versus Real Madrid. As much as I hate to see it, I'd hate to see Ronaldo come back to that Bernabeu. That would be huge. Ronaldo versus Real Madrid, and as you said, legacies are on the line. The reason I wouldn't say Liverpool is for two reasons. One, I think that's more of a quarterfinal or a semi kind of game, Real Madrid Liverpool, based on the history and the final rematch. And I think Ronaldo coming to the Bernabeu is a lot bigger than the narrative of Salah and all these players trying to get their revenge for 2017 or 2018.
Wow. I mean, but I still think Liverpool Real Madrid would be big though because of that narrative as well. But Juve Real Madrid, especially that game at the Bernabeu, oh no, that would be huge. Abdullahi, sorry, Red, what game do you want to see in the next round?
Liverpool Madrid. That's the matchup. There's only Liverpool Madrid.
Let me ask you this. If Real do get Liverpool in the next round, do you really believe Real Madrid can knock them out?
Yes, of course we could.
Man.
Of course we could. Like, with all due respect to Juve, but bro, like, nobody in Madrid really cares about Juve. Like, it's not really a matchup we're really thinking about. Like, with all due respect to Ronaldo, like, he's not really a threat or something that, like, when you're thinking about like the Champions League, I don't really see Juve as really favorites anymore. Even though they've had a lot of wins this season, they've only lost once. But like, their football is not that impressive. The whole point is, if we play against Liverpool is currently the best team in Europe. Two things happen. If you lose, you went out to the best, and then you can focus solely on the league. If you win, then you make a statement and sort of regain that winning confidence. It gives it'll increase the confidence of the players. It'll improve the form of the team. Also, because even though Madrid have been winning, people still stigmatize Madrid as being trash. We lost once in our last 16 games. Once. But for some reason, we still have that stigma around us. So beating Liverpool would sort of give us an aura, that aura that we used to have before losing that 4-2 in the Super Cup to Atleti. Because I feel ever since then, we've lost that aura. So we need that. We kind of need that matchup. Plus all the stories and narratives around it. Because I know a lot of Liverpool fans want revenge. It would be just a great spectacle. Yeah, so
see, this is the thing. I don't know why people want that game, considering if Real Madrid can't score past Valencia, how are they going to get past Van Dijk?
Different teams, different matchups. There's
Dude, this is the
a
best-
history
this-
behind
dude,
the
not only are
Mestalla
they- dude, not
Stadium
only-
in Madrid.
not only-
Like,
dude, look at Liverpool. Not only they're the best team, they have the best front three, they have the best defense, they have the best fullbacks.
okay,
I would arguably have the best goalkeeper. Everything they match.
that's all on
superior in every
paper.
category.
It's all on, when it comes down to it. When the match actually starts, when the referee blows his whistle, everything changes. There are no favorites then. The
Bro,
match
I'm
is
telling
11v11.
you, mentally,
Like you're
Liverpool are
talking as
superior
if
to Real
Madrid. Madrid have Hazard. Madrid have Benzema.
What?
Ramos.
Dude, this
No. Yes.
What do you like? When did Hazard?
Bro,
I don't know why did that? Like, I understand that all of you guys want to get like revenge on HH.
Okay, guys, chill. Let's move on now because we can't talk over each other. Let's move on. I wanna bring PSG into this right now because again I asked the group before yesterday. I want to ask the group about this right now. So let me come first to Ahmed right now. Should PSG be put in as favorites or should they be feared going into this draw? Yes or no? Ahmed.
I mean, there's no doubt they should be feared as the
What?
PSG.
Why?
Because I mean, not only have they been impressive in the group stage, and I know every year they are. I know they say every year they are. This time though, we saw them against Madrid away from home. How they rallied back in the final 10 minutes, scoring twice. That was a strong performance towards the end, showing that they have the mentality to come from behind, especially because that was right after Benzema scored to make it 2. Yeah, that shows strong mentality. They can come back from that. That's the first thing. Secondly, I think Neymar's staying fit this time. I know every year we say this, but
or based on what? Are you his dietitian or something? How do you have faith that clown is going to stay fit for a whole season?
because no clown gets injured that much at that same time.
Well,
if it happens again, there's some either black magic is going on. Because here was my theory before.
White magic.
My theory before was that ever since the miracle at the Camp Nou, both of these teams have been cursed in the UCL. That was my theory. But I think Neymar is finally going to be fit. Assuming he stays fit. I mean, Icardi this time, that's a new thing. Icardi is much better than Cavani. Navas he makes key saves. And against Real Madrid, he made so many saves. He's kept clean sheets. He can save penalties. He can come in clutch for big moments. PSG didn't really have that last season. Last season they had a retiree in goal. For the second leg. They didn't have one of the best goalkeepers in the world in the form of Keylor Navas. So I think that's the difference. Secondly, look at the other teams. Even last season, they took Liverpool all the way to the end when they played Liverpool. Even in Anfield, it was a late winner for Liverpool to win. So we can't disrespect PSG.
Yes,
we have to be cautious. We have to be cautiously.
How do you think we can't disrespect a team who have exited the Champions League in the most disgraceful, embarrassing way?
I would say Barca did it much more embarrassingly because they did it 2 seasons in a row to teams like Roma. But continuing on, this is a slightly. I mean, I know it's only a few players, Navas, Icardi, but Navas, Icardi, and Neymar being fit can work wonders. And Verratti has been performing even in the games he's played. I know he hasn't played every game, but in the games he's played, he's been performing well. Di Maria's back to his old self, and he hasn't played like this in a long time. Not to mention Icardi. Mbappe's, he's getting older, and as he gets older, he's getting better. So I mean, there's no reason. There's no conceivable reason besides black magic or Neymar or injuries that PSG can't make it far. And in my opinion, if they make it to the semis and get knocked out by Liverpool, they should still be disappointed, as a team. But that's the minimum that we need from PSG this season. Because before playing like this in the group stage and having all this hype around them, semis minimum. And even the semis, they should be expected to go through, for all the years they've been trying.
Well.
By expected, I mean expected from their perspective. Like they should expect to win. That should be the goal every year.
When these clans go out in the quarters or last 16, I want you back on this Hangout. Is that a promise?
Bro, I'm on every Hangout, alhamdulillah, bro. Inshallah, I'll be on no matter what happens.
I don't know you are, but if these clans go out either in the last 16 or quarters, I want you to be the first person that appears on the Hangout that we do after.
And when
because
Chelsea get knocked
eventually
out
they're
early on, I want everyone to be here to witness you and Abdullah. He's a massive L.
Okay, all right. Abdullahi, should PSG be feared going into the next round? Yes or no?
Double H. You need to keep an eye on PSG. Kylian Mbappe,
That's why.
Neymar, Di Maria, Icardi, Sarabia, Verratti, Marquinhos, Idrissa Ganagay. Those are players you need to keep an eye on. Those players can win you trophies.
But
I'm not sleeping.
wait. You mentioned Neymar. Will Neymar stay fit? How do you know Neymar is going to stay fit? How?
Neymar is looking fit right now. So he's looking fit now. It's even dangerous right because
So
Neymar is looking fit.
how can you assume that he'll be fit for the whole season?
Neymar maybe he may be fit. I think apart from the 2015 Barcelona team, Neymar has been coming back to his best. I've been seeing the real Neymar. Now it's getting me worried. I don't want to play PSG. My God in heaven. Neymar, Icardi, Kylian Mbappe, Sarabia, Di Maria. My God. Double it. I'm gonna pack my bag and just go. My God in heaven. PSG. I don't want, because those strikers are deadly. They are deadly strikers. I'm not saying they're gonna be the favorite, but they are deadly. So I'm not gonna put my money on saying Chelsea is gonna go to Paris and win. My God in heaven. No. We're gonna try our best as a team to go there and win. But once those three players I mentioned, once they are informed, PSG may, in some ways, it may be possible they may bottle it. It's possible they may bottle it. But this PSG, I'm saying, I don't see them bottle it. But if they bottle, with this kind of player they have, Neymar, fit, Icardi, fit, Mbappe, fit, Di Maria, fit, Sarabia, fit.
Okay.
If they bottle this Champions League,
so you believe PSG should be feared?
PSG should be feared, man. With this kind of player they have, they should be feared.
FG, should PSG be feared? Yes or no?
I would say no. I want to say feared. I would just say I'll put them as like dark horses, considering the potential. No, considering the players they have with Neymar, Mbappe, and Verratti. And
Blah blah.
and by the way, your boy Mbappe has no excuse this time. He's about to be 21, so this is big boy time. No more.
FG, he has a World Cup. FG, he has a World Cup. Where's your ghost to wall? Where is your goat to World Cup? Where?
Man, I would rather
He
have
flopped
five.
against Uruguay.
I would rather have 5 Champions League than a World Cup.
Yeah. No World Cup. No World Cup.
Look, okay, I'll say this, and I think PSG are dark horses mainly because in terms of matchup, I think they can beat any big team. Like I think Liverpool. Against Liverpool, I would say they're like the one or only 2 teams that could beat Liverpool in a 2-legged tie. Considering they've shown it in the past, they can handle Anfield. They've beaten Liverpool at at the Parc de France, and against Madrid this season in the group stages. Even though they weren't at their best, even though they didn't have Neymar in the first match, they still beat them, and they weren't even at their best. So if everything goes right, if they have an easy draw in the round of 16, get a good team in the quarterfinals, and Neymar stays fit, they'll get semis.
Oh my God, Juju man.
What's up, Double H?
Oh my God, out of nowhere, man.
Welcome back, Juju.
I sent him the link.
Yeah, man.
Wait. Juju man, I thought that we were not going to see you for at least a month that you were busy. So, first of all, where the hell did you come from and welcome? So, how did you wow. So why are you here? I thought you were out.
I was listening to the Hangout and I had to come in. Like I had to come in because what's it called? I've been listening and I was like, no, this is too much. It's too much.
Oh man, amazing, man. Okay, all right. Look, so before we head over to it, let me judge man. So should Andrew man please say the right thing here. Should and I can only judge by your bloody icon. I know what kind of crap is going to say. Should PSG be feared going into this into the next round?
The next round, I think they're the favorite. I think they're one of the favorites. The one thing is, I think I had Ahmed say that Neymar was not.
What? Juju man, we lost you. Hello? Oh man, look at that. Like his impact made so much. Iran lost him. All right, Red. We're just waiting until Judgment can come back. So Red, should PSG be feared coming into this next round?
Yeah, HH. Of course, they should be feared.
Why?
HH, because like FG said, at worst they're dark horses. Like with the team that they have at their disposal, even without Neymar, there's still a stacked squad. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Let's not make this into like some like story where this team is just not capable. When they win, we make a big deal out of it. This is a team that's been assembled with like $1 billion. They have arguably one of the best midfielders in the world, one of the best attacking talents, the best prospect. Like they have everything. Experienced defenders. And a manager, like he's probably the weakest point, but a manager of PSG has always been the weakest point. So, look, like we should respect PSG. I don't know about pure favorites. I'm not going to put any money on them anymore. Like they've shown me that they can't be trusted. But other than that, like I trust PSG.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think my mic was something wrong. Yep.
Okay, but go for it.
Yeah, I agree with the Red. I think what's it called with PSG. The problem is, look, with the Neymar, with what Ahmed said. I agree. I think Neymar is playing smart. I don't see him dribbling a lot, and he's making key passes. He's focusing on making key passes.
That's really good. Will he be fit for the full season?
Yeah, I think there's a high chance now because he's not dribbling like every other time. So it's hard for him to get injured now, and he's focusing on making he's focusing on passes now. So there's a high chance he's going to stay fit for the next few months, and I think this is good because if this guy hasn't gotten like a couple months straight, so if he gets like two months before the February, I mean, he should be good. He should be good.
Before we move to the next thing, let me ask you this: if PSG gets knocked out either in the last 16 or quarterfinals, then what?
I don't think this team. I say PSG is the hashtag same as minimum. I don't think they're getting knocked out because I'm not even like look because
wait. So you're saying same is minimum? First of all, that's hashtag. You can't steal that hashtag.
No, it's PSG
the minimum. So wait. So you're guaranteeing PSG enter the semis?
Yeah. Yes. And I'm what's it called? Look, if I'm wrong and I fail, I'll take it. I think. I'm confident PSG are going to make it to the semis. Like you what's it called? Because I think Ahmed hit the point probably because that comeback against Madrid. People don't realize that was the first time I think Neymar was playing in a big game aside from the one game before, and the team didn't even they hadn't figured out everything. And one thing no one is saying that this Icardi, Mbappe, and Neymar. There's a connection here. I don't want to make there's a connection there, and it's massive improvement. I mean, it's an improvement from Cavani. The one weakness though is the wing backs. Where I mean, Munira has improved. This guy is. I mean, he's a brick, but he's improved. and Bernard. I mean, and Bernard is doing well. The other.
So basically, you are guaranteeing PSG will be in the semis.
I mean, I don't want to jinx them, so I won't say anything. But I mean. PSG, I think that's one team to take a note of. I know people hate PSG and don't want to listen to that, but I think it's one team to take a note of.
Okay. Now, I believe that the favorites are Liverpool. I believe the team most to be feared are Liverpool. And I do feel that Liverpool going into this, if we're to look, I feel that Liverpool... The only team that Liverpool should be wary of, I still think they'll beat them, they should be wary of is Dortmund. Obviously, Real Madrid, that'll be interesting based on how that is heightened. But I still think that Liverpool should beat most teams. But the team that I think would cause Liverpool most issues in the next round is Dortmund.
Dortmund, bro, have you seen that defense? Hummels, man.
I said Dortmund. I said Favre is a clown. Did you hear they say he's a clown? So let me come first to FG here. So, do you believe that Liverpool are the only strong favorites for the Champions League and to defend their crown?
Oh yeah, they're the only team that doesn't have any injuries, any issues, any problems. They're the most informed team right now, and they're clearly the favorites. And look, if everything goes right, I think they might just go back to back. Honestly.
Damn. Okay. Abdullahi, are Liverpool the clear favourites here that every team should fear?
They are the clear favorite at Double H. Because they are the defending champion. So there's no way they're not going to be the clear favorite, man. They are the clear favorite. And for me, the only team I think can easily, I mean easily, give Liverpool like a tough time easily is Real Madrid, because they turn up in
Real Madrid.
Yeah, those teams turn up in. They turn up in.
Well, you mean with Zab though? With Zab, because Zab likes to play.
Real Madrid may not turn up in group stage, but round of 16, my God in heaven, Real Madrid turn up. You will see the best of Real Madrid. Be like, where the hell is this Real Madrid in group stage? What the hell is going with this team? They turn up in round of 16. That is the team Liverpool should be. If they play Liverpool and Madrid together in round of 16, I'm saying it now, they are going out, because Madrid is gonna be hot for it. They turn up a lot in round of 16. They turn up a lot.
All right. Ahmed, do you agree that Liverpool are the clear favourites that should be feared?
I think, if you were to rank the list of favorites, you put like the more common things people say, like, Juve and PSG or whatever people have to say besides Liverpool. Liverpool have to be a tier ahead. Liverpool are the number one favorites, the top tier, top dog, number one seed, whatever you want to say. But in terms of going back to back, I think we need to look at the bigger picture of that happening. If Liverpool go back to back right after Real Madrid won 3 in a row, and Liverpool made 2 finals in a row, what does that say about the Champions League? Because Real Madrid won 4 in 5 years,
that would mean
and then Liverpool would have made. Okay, so Liverpool make 3 finals in a row. They win 2 in a row, right off the back of Real Madrid winning 4 in 5 years and 3 in a row. I think that's going to start saying something. I mean, people are already pointing out the fact that in the round of 16, all these teams are all from the top 5 leagues. People are already talking.
That's not new. United went to 3 finals.
It's not new.
In like I know it's not 4 years.
I know it's not new, but
Dortmund went to back. Juve went to back-to-back finals, didn't they? And
no.
But no one won it back-to-back.
But I think I get where Ahmed is going in the sense of what I think he's saying is that, you see, when United did that, it was like, oh, well, United never did 3 finals in a row.
They had 3 in 4 years, didn't they?
They did 3 in 4
Liverpool,
years.
You're looking at 3 finals in a row, and if they were to defend their title, that is 2 out of 3, which is pretty damn impressive.
Wait, didn't Juventus go 3 in a row?
And we now go back a few more years, a team did it 3 times in a row. So where Ahmed is going is that how elite is this competition really if a team won 3 out of 3 and another team won 2 out of 3?
So still elite. I mean, if you look at the history, because during the European Cup, like Bayern, like during the 70s, Bayern won 3 in a row. Then Liverpool won 3 in a row.
Yeah, but we're talking about the Stone Age year, 70s and 60s and all that. But in the modern era, before Real Madrid did it, no team had done it back to back. Before they did it this decade. So even for 2 teams to do it in the same decade when no one had done it before in the format, that's already a major statement.
I'll just say it like this: if someone does one thing, it's just gonna follow a pattern, basically. Like, I think we should expect more teams to go back-to-back finals or something, or back-to-back Champions Leagues in the future from now on.
Like that's it, yeah, like it's the cycles are broken.
Yeah, cycles are broken.
Well, okay, so let's roll with Mr. Red. So, Red, should Liverpool be a team that should be feared?
No, like you have to respect the defending champs. But I do feel like
beat them, though.
That's the thing. I do believe we can beat them, but I also believe other teams can beat them. I think Barcelona could also beat them. I think PSG could also beat them. But it could go. It's 50-50. Like I just feel like if these teams go up against them, I wouldn't easily put my money on Liverpool. It's on the context, because Liverpool, let's say if they tell you there's no Van Dijk in that Liverpool squad, how confident are you? If I tell you Sadio Mane isn't in that Liverpool squad, how confident are you? If I tell you Mo Salah isn't in that Liverpool squad, like I know Liverpool fans could say, oh well, last year we had Origi and we still made it, and I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but that's not a proven working formula. You only won 1 trophy. That you can't just rely on that tactic. It's not going to always. It's not proven to work. So I think they could be got at. So I don't know if Liverpool are clear favorites. They're among the favorites, because think about it. You really think Liverpool want to catch Barcelona right now? Like if let's say in the quarters, let's say they go through the quarters and they meet Barcelona in the quarters. Do you really put all your money on Liverpool? You favor them over the current best player in the world, Ballon d'Or winner, Lionel Messi. You don't think that if Barcelona were a little bit more clinical, they would have knocked out Liverpool last season? Of course. So it could go both ways. So I don't know about, because don't forget also Liverpool have probably the busiest schedule out of any team right now. Like, they're not going to have no rest from here till February. They're going to be on the grind.
I mean, they're 14 points clear, so they can take breaks, man. They have they don't have to go.
You say that, but like if they have 2 losses, like that's 6 points. Instantly,
if they would still be 9 points clear.
No, because we also
wait. Let's quickly move on. Look, so guys, I have over 200 people watching here. Like the damn vid, it doesn't cost you a thing. Use your brick-like lazy ass index finger and click your bloody ass mouse on the like button. Hit the like button. It's free, costs you nothing, and it helps support this beautiful, amazing football show. Hit the dang gun flipping mofo like button. Thank you. Judy man, should Liverpool be a team that should be feared?
I mean, no fear, but what's it called? I'll give them credit. I think they're the best team in the world. Yeah. They're the champions. The one thing, though, my own concern, I think Red highlighted one. I think Liverpool will beat. I take the other side of my argument. I think Liverpool can beat Barcelona. They can beat Madrid. They can beat Juventus. They can beat City. And then they probably. I'm saying the only probably team that will give him a challenge is probably PSG, but I think they can beat everyone else. But the one thing I think Red said it is their schedule after a Club World Cup. That's when I think that's when the teams fall down. Like that's when it gets tough. Like then the one thing is no one I mentioned. I think the one reason Madrid won 3 in a row is this guy's tanked the league, and it doesn't look like Liverpool are going to tank the league. So I think
we won the league in 2017.
Yeah, aside from
on the Premier League, may harm their Champions run, so they have to choose CL or Premier League. They can't have both.
Yeah. I think at some point they'll have because
they're 14 points clear.
Yeah, but what's it called? They don't want. I think Liverpool will focus on the league. Like I don't think they care that. Like if they're because even if they're 14 points clear, I mean I don't think they'll want to. If that gap shrinks, like they're going to be more concerned about that than the Champions League because they want to maintain that huge gap. Like I think that's their number one priority. So I mean, but if they're able to do that, I mean, then this is a serious team. If they're able to win Champions League back to back in the title, I mean, this is something else.
Well, no. Look, they're already a very serious team. But as I say, many things in football can change. So before
last point, Double H. And the one thing is that I think people underestimate what Madrid did. I think that 3 Champions League in a row. I'm not sure we're going to see that anytime soon because that's some accomplishment that everyone's overlooking.
Okay, so Mr. Now, before we go to our final discussion topic, this is hilarious, man. Homeboy just did this, man. Ozil is irrelevant in 2019. I don't care what he did for Madrid. All he did today was mark space like he's working for NASA. My God. Well, let me just say that Ozil in 2019 is complete and utter garbage trash. Now, as I said to the group yesterday, and I think this is a nice question. I'm quite proud of myself for thinking of this question. Who makes the semi-final? The final 4 teams. Who makes the semi-final?
Easy, man. Easy.
So I know. Actually, let me start. Liverpool.
Suspense.
Yeah, come on, man. We have places to go.
Final 4 of the semi-finals: Liverpool, Man City, Leipzig, Chelsea.
Leipzig. Whatever you're smoking, HH, I want some of that.
Yeah, I don't know why you are rating this Leipzig really high. Their manager is like 32 years old. They have no freaking experience.
You're setting yourself up for failure. Like, come on, like learn your lesson from Dortmund, HH. Like these teams, they never progress, they never make it. They always get your hopes up high, and they always fall short.
Bro, that's like me saying Atalanta is making the Champions League final.
Yeah, like they're doing great, but none of this matters right now. In February, they're a completely different team. Like teams will fix up in January,
and they've never experienced a two-legged knockouts. So
yeah, like you really bet like
Nagelsmann is ready for it.
Because if you see like Leipzig, let's say you see a Leipzig Barca draw, like do you really trust Leipzig over Barca?
Not to mention they're going full force in the league too.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing is like once it hits the February and the teams really know what their goals are. Like you'll know if you're knocked out of the title race or if you need to get top 4 or whatever. Then it's going to be harder. That's when teams have to focus on either the league or the Champions League, and they have to balance it. And plus, if they have knockout cups, like domestic knockout cups, they have to focus on that as well. So I don't see Leipzig progressing that far.
Okay,
HH, we can't hear you.
I'm back. Sorry, Bricknet's got me. So, FG, what was your final four then? What was your final four?
Yeah, Double Edge, we can't hear you.
Your final four, FG.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be what do you call it? Liverpool, Juve, PSG, Bayern.
Ahmed, what about you?
All right. So Liverpool, I think that's the one everyone's gonna have. PSG going out on a slightly risk, oil money FC, and then Real Madrid, Juventus. But I think Juve and Real are more iffy about. City can easily slot into one of those places. But I mean, let's remember, it's a randomized draw, so any of these two teams can play in the quarterfinals.
Yep. What about you, Juju?
Yeah.
Final four.
I say mine is PSG. Liverpool. The rest is a gamble. The rest is like.
So I just want to ask, have you, like?
No. Give me four, man. Give me four.
Four. Okay. Oh, look. Oh, this is like. I can't. If Man City send the defender,
don't jinx.
No, Pep said they're not buying anything.
I need Mbappe to win that Champions League, but don't jinx them, man.
Look, if Man City buy a defender,
I did this for my narrative because I needed to surpass those clowns, Messi and Christina. So I needed to win the seal. So don't say PSG. Give me 4 teams.
4 teams. I already said the one, and then what's it called? Liverpool, and then Man City if they buy a defender, or if Laporte comes back, I think he'll be back. So I say Man City. There's no way they're this bad in February. So I say Man City. They cannot be this bad the entire year. They have to improve at some point.
Yo, Juju, no Barca, no Messi. I mean, this is your goal, right?
Oh no! Leave the goat. Leave the goat.
Wait. Leave which goats, man?
The 6th-time Ballon d'Or. I told you we weren't going to have this conversation in December. The sixth time Ballon d'Or.
They're just signing up for Ronaldo when he went to Champions League and sits Ballon d'Or at the same time.
Oh no! The command
perfectly going for him.
So okay.
Wait. So Judgman, what are your 4 teams again?
The 4 teams were PSG, Liverpool, Man City, and I want to say Bayern, but I mean they're playing in Mickey Mouse League. I don't know. I don't know if I should say them. I'll say Bayern. Those are my 4 teams. It doesn't look. I think one of the EPL teams won't make it, but those are my 4 teams.
Okay. So has everyone said 4 teams?
They're still mine. Mine are Barca, Bayern, PSG, Juve.
Oh, that's good.
Wait.
Excuse me. What is it again? Barca, Bayern.
Did you say Liverpool?
PSG, Juve. No Liverpool. Yeah. No. Liverpool aren't gonna make it.
Whoa. Okay. So do Liverpool get knocked out in the quarter?
What goes up must come down. So like all this form that they're in right now means nothing because, like I said, in the Champions League, if somebody catches Liverpool on an off day, it's over. And you don't have to be the best. Like even if you're the best teams don't always win it. 2016, Madrid weren't the best team in Europe. That's a fact. Like we weren't. Like there were teams that were better than Barcelona. Like in the league, they were better than us. But It's just that in the moments we turned up for them, we stood through them, and we won it. Based off of moments, not based off of the best. Just because you're the best or you're consistent winning doesn't mean you're going to win every single game. Every game is 50-50. Like I said, when the referee blows the whistle, let's see how confident Liverpool fans are. It's not the same. And Liverpool have lost to Napoli, by the way. If that was a home and away match, Liverpool would have been knocked out. They've lost to PSG before. They've lost to Barca 3-0, like at home. I know they came back and won 4-0, but they could lose. So
yeah, and if Liverpool don't have Anfield second leg, they can definitely go out.
Definitely, even at Anfield, like Bayern drew 0-0 at Anfield.
Okay. Basically, look, man, just to round up, because I think it's time for us to round up. Basically, all I'm saying is like Monday's going to be great. I cannot wait for Monday. I still believe in semis minimum with Chelsea and so forth. And I think that this is a competition that, because Zad already has one European trophy, why doesn't he have two? So obviously Zad is aiming for his second European trophy to add into the cabinet to cement him as the new kid on the block. And look, Liverpool are going to be a strong threat. But what I'm saying is this: is that I think that if PSG, two things. If PSG don't get it done, I think end the club and ban them from being taken part in the league.
Can I switch I think I want to switch my top four. Wait.
Let me finish my soliloquy. If Man City mess up, Pep Guardiola has to give back all of those trophies that he stole under Messi personally. So before I come to Jujuman, let me just hit this super chat right here. So JJ Samuel, thank you for your $2 super chats. You say his four is Barcelona. What? Spurs, Chelsea, and PSG. JJ Samuel, you're smoking crack. I'm the big. Nobody's a bigger fan of Uncle Mo than I am. But Tottenham are not sniffing. They're not sniffing a ACL Sammy. So, Jujuman, what do you want to say?
Oh yes, I want to switch my prediction to. I mean, I'll keep PSG and Man City, and then I'll add Bayern Munich and Madrid. Real Madrid.
Jujuman, Madrid in the semis.
Yes, Zad. I think Zad will come clean this time.
Well, thank you very much, man. Guys, it's been swell. It's been real. I will see you guys Monday for the live draw, man. Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, peace.